of ecstasy, Srila Advaita Acharya, he speaks. What does he say? He says, Chaitanya Gosai More Kare Guru Gyan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thinks, I am his Guru. Uh, Lord Chaitanya considers me his spiritual master. Yet, tathapi ho more ho Dasa abhiman. Still, I feel myself to be only his servant. This is the influence of love of Krishna. So today's main topic is influence of Krishna's love. That the devotee, he is thinking, Krishna is thinking, this person is my guru. But the Gurudev is thinking, I am Krishna's servant. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is thinking, Advaita Acharya is my guru. And Advaita Acharya Prabhu is thinking, no, I am Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's servant. If you see this concept from worldly perspective, it is not acceptable. A superior cannot be the servant of an inferior, or the superior, when he assumes the position of a servant to the inferior, how does it make inferior feel? So what kind of relationship is this? But when there is a loving exchange established between Krishna and his devotees, and this is the incomparable influence of love of Krishna, that the person who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepts as his spiritual master, that person, he thinks, I am his servant. How it is happening, let us see. Krishna Premer Eyeko Purva Swabhav Guru Sama Love Ke Karai Dasya Bhav. Love of Krishna has this one unique effect. It imbues superiors, equals, and inferiors with the spirit of service to Lord Krishna. There is a purport given by Srila Prabhupada in this verse. Let us read this purport. There are two kinds of devotional service: the way of Pancharatrika regulatory principles and the way of Bhagavata transcendental loving service. The love of Godhead of those engaged in Pancharatrika regulatory principles depends more or less on the opulent or reverential platform. But the worship of Radha and Krishna is purely on the platform of transcendental love. Even persons who place as the superior of Krishna also take the chance to offer transcendental loving service to the Lord. The service attitude of the devotees who play the parts of superiors of the Lord is very difficult to understand, but it can be very, very plainly understood in connection with the super excellence of their particular service to Lord Krishna. A vivid example is the service of Mother Yashoda to Krishna, which is distinct. In the feature of Narayana, the Lord can accept services only from his associates who play parts in which they are equal to or less than him. But in the feature of Lord Krishna, he accepts service very plainly from his fathers, teachers, and other elders who are his superiors, as well as from his equals and his subordinates. This is very wonderful. So, Prabhupada is saying here that uh, the love of Godhead of those engaged in Pancharatric regulatory principles depends more or less on the opulent or reverential platform. But the worship of Radha and Krishna is purely on the platform of transcendental love. That you can say that is purely on the level of Raga Bhakti, on the platform of Raga Bhakti. So, here Prabhupada giving the example of Jashoda Mata. When he says Jashoda Mata, simultaneously you should also understand Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj and Jashoda Mata, they are Krishna's father and mother. So that means they are his guru also. But here it is said, even the guru, sama labhuke karai dasya bha. The love of Krishna is such that those who are in such superior positions, it obliges them to work in the mood of the servitude. So, when it happens, particularly when the Lord descends to this world, he performs his human pastime. So here, those evidences are given in the next few verses. Let us read those verses and understand how those are superiors, equals, or inferiors, how they come to the platform of rendering service unto Krishna. इहार प्रमाण सुनो शास्त्र व्याख्यान महदनुभव जाते सुदृढ़ प्रमाण. So how this love of Krishna imbues superior, equals and inferiors with the spirit of service, that proof is given here. Mahad anubhava jate suddhara praman. Mahad anubhava means those who are in the Shuddha Sattva platform, they actually realize this fact, and it is given in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. For evidence, please listen to the examples described in the revealed scriptures, which are corroborated by the realization of great souls. So this Mahat Anubhava, you should understand in this connection, not anybody can become a great soul. Here Mahat Prabhupada translates as a great soul. Mahat Anubhava means, as we said, they are in the Shuddha Sattva platform. When they are in Shuddha Sattva platform, they realize many things. That platform is free from the four defects of human life. Bhram, Pramad, Vipralipsa, Karnapata. Ishwarer Vakya nahi dosha isha. Actually, these Mahat Anubhava, those who are Mahat, they are as good as the Supreme Lord. Tejasam no dosaya. They are actually these people, Mahat people. Means, at the stage of Shuddha Sattva, when they are freed from Bhram, Bhram means committing mistake. These people, they don't commit mistake. Pramad. Cheating propensity there. Vipralipsa, karna part of senses are imperfect. So these people, what is their realization? Anyer ka katha braje nanda mahasay tar sama guru Krishner ar kehana vatsalye ishwar gyan nahi tar tahake preme karai dasya anuka. So here the example of Nanda Maharaj, or you can say also Jashoda Mata, is given. Annir ka katha braje Nanda Mahasaya. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying, what to speak of others? We can, in this connection, the highest evidence we can see is Nanda Maharaj in Braj. Tar samo Guru Krishna keho, ar keho noy. Who can be in the level of Nanda Maharaj to act like a guru to Krishna? Shuddha Vatsalya Ishwar Gyan Nahi Ja. Shuddha Vatsalya Prem. That means here Shuddha Vatsalya Prem means Kevalar Shuddha Prem, Aishwarya Namane. That is Kevala Shuddha Prem. They by self-conception, they have understood that I am Krishna's father, or Mother Jashoda is thinking, I am Krishna's mother. Sridham, Sudam, they are thinking, I am Krishna's friend. You understand? That is Shuddha Prem, Kevalar Shuddha Prem, Aishwarya Namane. When they see the opulence of Krishna, Aishwarya dekhileo nijo sambandha se mane. Even though Nanda Baba, he sees Krishna's opulence. What is Krishna's opulence? We're going to see it is described by Uddhav, and how is Nanda Baba's reaction to that. We're going to see this as an evidence. So here, that even those, the superior, they see the opulence of Krishna, but they are very much connected with Krishna through their relationship. He is my friend, Krishna is my son, Krishna is my lover. So at that time, therefore Prabhupada, he mentioned in this commentary that on reverential platform, that means these people, they don't connect with Krishna in awe and reverence. Whereas if we talk about, for example, Vasudev and Devaki, Vasudev and Devaki is mood sometimes influenced by the reverential mood. When they knew Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, their Vatsalya Prem was curtailed. But in case of Nanda and Yashoda, their Vatsalya Prem is never reduced. This is the meaning of Kevalar Shuddha Prem, Shuddha Vatsalya Prem. There is Abhiman. See, this Nanda Baba is thinking by self-conception, I am Krishna's father. And Vasudev also have this self-conception, I am Krishna's father. But there's a difference between Nanda Baba thinking as Krishna being Krishna's father and Vasudev thinking himself as being Krishna's father. Whereas Vasudev's parental affection for Krishna is sometimes influenced by the opulent display through this reverential mood. But Nanda Baba and Yashoda Mata's love is never influenced under this reverential mood. So, therefore it is said, Tahaki Preme Korai Dasya Anukar. So that love has got such an incomparable influence that even those who are on the level of Guru, they become his servant. How? Tehorati mati mage Krishner charane tahar srimukhavani tahate pramane suna uddhav satya Krishna amar tanay teho Ishwar hena jadi tamar manelay tathapi tahare rahu mora manavritti tomar Ishwara Krishna Haukamor Mati. So, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is giving an evidence from the pastime of Krishna. When Krishna left Vrindavan, he went to Mathura. Then, once Krishna told Uddhava, Uddhava, you should go to Vrindavan and tell the Brajavasis, the gopis, that I'm coming back. They do not know, they are very much in distress because of my separation. So you should go and console them. Uddhav said, all right, good, I can go. I can do that. Why not? Huh? Uddhav was thinking, I am a disciple of Brihaspati. I know Tattva Gyan very nicely. Definitely I can go and convince them. So when he came, Tehorati mati mage Krishna charane tahar sumukhavani tahate pramane. When this Uddhava came to Vrindavan, at that time, when Nanda Baba was conversing with Uddhava, that time he is saying, he prayed for attachment and devotion to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Who? Nanda Baba. And that is the pramana, that the evidence we can see. Nanda Baba, he himself spoke like this. What he is saying? Suna Uddhav Satya Krishna Tomar Tanay. Sorry, Amar Tanay. Very interesting conversation. When Uddhava came and he met Nanda Baba, he saw Nanda Baba was in very deep separation, feeling of deep separation from Krishna. Then Uddhava said, my dear Nanda Maharaj, don't you know? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nanda Baba is saying, Suna Uddhav, listen to me. Satya, Krishna, Amar Tanam. I accept this fact. Krishna is my son. You are saying he is God. Okay, whatever you say, but I know Krishna is my son. Just like, when your father will say you have become a high court judge or a big man in some office, IS officer maybe. For father, he doesn't see you IS officer, he sees you are his son. So, Nanda Baba is saying, Suna Uddhav Satya Krishna Martanai. Teho Ishwar heno jadi tomar mone loy. Maybe you are thinking Krishna is Ishwara. Okay. Tathapi tahate rahu moro manavritti. Tomar Ishwar Krishna hook more mati. My dear Uddhav, for you, even if you accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I accept him as my son. And even if he is God, I want just my mind be fixed unto that God. What does it mean? Nanda Baba is saying, he is revealing his mood here. Manoso vrittayo nasyu Krishna padam bhujasrayaha. Bacho bhi dhainol namnam kayastat prabhuhanadishu. The evidence of this statement that Nanda Baba is saying, let my mind be attached to Lord Krishna, this is the praman from Bhagavata. Manoso vrittaya nasyu. No means hours. Manasa, the mind's activities. Manasa vrittayo. Thinking, feeling, and willing. So this manasa vrittayo is the key word in this verse, that Nanda Baba's mental situation is, he is thinking, Krishna, he is my son. And when he was here in Vrindavan, definitely I have not taken good care of him. That's why he left me. And I am still alive. He is saying, Dasarath Maharaj, when he heard Ramchandra has left him, he left his body. He could not bear the separation of Lord Ramchandra. And what kind of father I am? Krishna is my son. Krishna is no more with me. He is in Mathura. I am still surviving. No, 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 no. I am not fit to become his father. See his manavritti, his mindset, how he is thinking, what is his feeling. I am inferior. I have not done my duty as a father. I lack in my responsibility. Since I have not done my duty, that is why Krishna has left us. Oh, he is my son. Wherever he is, I could not take good care of him when he was with me. Wherever he may be, let him remain happy, let him remain peaceful, let him be, let him continue with a good health. That's like, it looks like this is, Nanda Baba is thinking like a materialistic person. A materialistic person will think, how is my son, what he's doing, how he's eating, where he is sleeping, what he is doing. Yes, Nanda Baba is thinking because he is under the influence of Yoga Maya. And he is performing this, rule of the father to bring satisfaction to Krishna. So here the mood is that here now this he's saying, may my mind be attached to Krishna. So here, by saying that Krishna, I have not taken good care of Krishna, and Krishna left us, wherever he is, let him remain happy. And even if Krishna is God, let my mind be attached to him. That is the sign of servitude. This is how he is kind of serving. And Nanda Baba also kind of feels very happy to serve Krishna when Krishna is with him. So that is the praman, that is the kind of, evidence. Manaso vrittyo nasyu Krishna padam bhujasraya. May our mind be attached to the lotus feet of your Lord Krishna. Even if you say Krishna is God, that's what Nanda Baba is saying, your Lord Krishna. I don't consider he is God, he is my son, I know. May our tongues chant his holy names, and may our bodies lie prostrate before him. While commenting to this verse, Sanatana Goswami is saying that it looks like it is not a befitting statement for a father to think like this. Maybe when Uddhava came and he spoke to Nanda Maharaj, Nanda Maharaj was conscious for some time, and he was speaking, then after some time, he went fainted. At that time, other elderly gopis who were present in that place, they are speaking like this. This is the analysis of Sanatana Goswami. Whatever it may be, this is kind of, showing the mood of a servant. This is the inconceivable influence of Krishna Prema. Then another evidence also given from Srimad Bhagavatam, karma bhir brahmyamananam jatra kwapi swarechaya. By the will of the Supreme Lord, due to prarabdha karma, wherever we wander, means whichever body we may take. Mangalacharitai danahi ratirna Krishna Ishware. In whatever body we get under the influence of prarabdha karma, and whatever mangalacharan, means maybe we give godan, a cow in charity, or we perform any other auspicious activity, and whatever
This is on.
piety we gain out of such pious activities, may it help us to gain attraction to Krishna. When you hear this, you feel, well, what is this? Nana Baba, he's thinking like this, or Gopus, elderly Gopus, they are thinking like that. No, we should not mistake in our understanding to know their position. Because you see, these devotees, what is their situation, we need to understand. These Vaishnavas, actually, they are not under the influence of Prarabdha Karma. There is a verse in Padma Purana, it says, Na karma bandhanam janma Vaishnavanam cha vidyate. One should not think that under the influence of Prarabdha Karma, this Vaishnava has taken birth. No, that is not the cause for the Vaishnavas. Then, how can you say the Nitya Parikara, the eternal associates of Krishna, Nanda Maharaj, and others will be born under the influence of Prarabdha Karma? No. That is just for Rasa Pushti, just for the sake of giving more relish to the relationship, the parental relationship, when they are in this human pastime, they are speaking like this. So it is not possible for them to, we should not see them in the category of a conditioned soul. This is the point. Had he known Krishna is God, then she should have said, no, karma vi brahmamanam jatra kapi, not Ishwarachya, Krishnachaya. He could have said, no, Krishna, he knows Krishna is my son. So they are the eternal associate of Krishna, and they are not to be considered as an ordinary soul. Wherever we wander in the material universe under the influence of karma by the will of Krishna, Lord, the Lord, may our auspicious activities cause our attraction to Lord Krishna to increase. These verses from Srimad Bhagavatam 10, 47, 66 to 67 are spoken by the denizens of Vrindavan, headed by Maharaj Nanda and his associates to Uddhava, who had come from Mathura. Then, after speaking about how this love of Krishna imbues even the superiors to act in the mood of servitude, now Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is going to give further evidence to prove that those who are equals and inferior, they are also attracted to Krishna to serve. Evidence is Sridhamati Braje Jato Sakhara Nichai Aishwarya Jnana Hino Kevala Sakhyamai Krishna Sange Juddha Kare Skandhe Arohan Taradasya Bhave Kare Charana Sevam Siddhamadi Brajato Sakhar Nichai. All these friends of Krishna, headed by Siddham, Aishwarya Jnanahin. Again, this is also Suddha Prem, Kevalar Suddha Prem. This is pure Sakhya Bhav. Aishwarya Jnanahin. There is no trace of opulence. It is free from reverential mood. Kevala Sakhyamay. So they are in pure fraternal affection for Lord Krishna. What they do? Krishna Sange Juddha Kare Skandhe Arohan. Sometimes they will fight with Krishna. And sometimes they will climb on Krishna's shoulder. Tara dasya bhave kore charana seva. We have seen in Krishna's pastime, which Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami explains, Sakha Sudha Sakhya Sakha Sudha Sakhya Kare Skandhe Arohan Tumi Kon Bada Lok Tumi Amisham. When the Braja Gopas, the cowherd boy, friend of Krishna, they went to the bank of Jamuna with Krishna while herding the cow. Sometimes they would play and they will have a deal. Krishna will be in one party, then the others, the Sakha, maybe Siddham is in other party. The deal will be, whichever party is going to be defeated, they have to take on their shoulder the winner party. So sometime Siddham will be defeated. Then Krishna will say, okay, now I am going to climb on your shoulder. Then Siddham has to carry him. And then some other time, Krishna's party is defeated. When Krishna is defeated, then Siddham will say, okay, now I am going to ride on your shoulder. And Krishna will carry him on his shoulder. See, that is why this is Samabhav. But when Krishna is resting, they will bring a hand fan and start blowing air in Krishna's face. Somebody is massaging Krishna's feet. So this is service again. So, Tara dasya bhave kore charan sevan. Although they fight with him and climb upon his shoulders, they worship his lotus feet in a spirit of servitude. Pada sambahanam chakruhu ke chittasya mahatmana apare hatapapmano vyajanahi samabijayan. Some of the friends of Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, massaged his feet, and others whose sinful reactions had been destroyed, fanned him with hand-held fans. So, here we should not commit mistake that whose sinful reactions had been destroyed. That, oh, those Krishna's friends who were engaged in fanning Krishna, their sinful activities were destroyed. How come they became Krishna's friend? No, actually, these kind of statements need to be understood correctly. That opere hatapapman, whose sinful activity, others whose sinful reactions had been destroyed. That means, see, Shastra says even that Nitya Atma apahata papna. Ayam Atma apahata papma. Ayam Atma apahata papma means the eternal soul is eternally free from sin. Okay? That means sin cannot touch the pure Atma. So they are eternally pure. They cannot be contaminated by sin, which is applicable to the conditioned souls. This is not applicable to the pure devotees and also to the associates of the Supreme Lord. But when they come to this material world, sometimes they behave like a conditioned soul. But we should never mistake them as one of us. If we mistake them as one of us, then we commit offense unto them. They are under the influence of Yoga Maya and they are serving Krishna, and their connection with Krishna is always intact. Even though they act like a conditioned soul, we should not mistake them. This is the lesson. And then from the next verse, 65, 66, then again he will give the evidence from Srimad Bhagavatam, where he will prove the fact that this love of Krishna imbues even those who are inferiors. Who are inferiors? You can see the girlfriend, the gopis. Even in conjugal relation, the she party is considered inferior and he party is superior. So in that way, how these gopis who were inferior to Krishna and their conjugal love obliged them to serve Krishna, that we're going to see in the next class. Today I will not continue. As I said, we will stop it here. Any question or comment you have? Bankim Govinda Prabhu.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So you were telling now, probably I missed the first 30 minutes, unfortunately. You were telling that we should not mistake these souls who act in a conditioned way. Generally, such souls, from whatever we see, with right
No,
now,
no, they act in the conditioned way means from our perspective. Okay.
Correct. From our perspective. So what is happening? Even when Ramanujar came, people never knew him. So after he went, after many years, they came to know. Even when Prabhupada came. So likewise, many acharyas, when they were there were protests against acharyas. When they left, after many years, they come to know about the acharyas and books are written. So we are also in a conditioned state and we can't know about such. So very difficult to understand such also. So there's no way, I mean, as in the conditions, how do we really understand that for not committing up? Even within ISKCON, we see there are actually many pure souls whom we can't identify. Even Maharajas also, we will not be able to know how much elevated such Maharajas are, in what state. So we treat those as another devotee, that's it. So how do we really understand that, Prabhu?
That's a very good question. You see, it is said, Vaishnavero Kriyanudra Vigye na bujha. Even a wise man fails to understand the activities of a Vaishnava. That means the pure, the safest situation would be for us that we should always remain respectful to the Vaishnava. Whether he is in the category of being a person of the Lord or he is just an ordinary conditioned soul, he has started practicing Krishna consciousness. There is no fear for us. We are not losing in any way. Even if somebody is a conditioned soul, he has become Vaishnava, he has become Vaishnavi, and we offer respect, Krishna is pleased. And another thing is, we always continue to offer respect to the Vaishnavas, and by some good fortune, we come in contact with a Shuddha Premika, a devotee who is in the pure love of Krishna. That time, we get lot of blessing, immense of blessing that we cannot even think of. That is the best, opportunity we can catch in this human form of life. So instead of having this judgmental mind that who is that kind of Vaishnava, I don't want to offend him, I want to take blessing from him. No, just be simple. Well, I may not be able to recognize who is in what level. So I let me continue to offer respect to all the Vaishnavas. That is the safest situation. Otherwise, you will not know actually. You cannot know. Those are highly elevated. We cannot understand them. Because they lead so simple. Sometimes they become so simple and they become so close to us. We feel like, he's like one of us. And we treat them like that. You don't know what actually you are doing.
Very true, Prabhu. So I think the best thing is not to judge anybody, whether it is a
Not
new
to judge
devotee.
anybody.
Yeah, fine. Thank you, Prabhu.
Because from Krishna's perspective, whoever is engaged in his service, they are all his devotee. Krishna never look into the faults of the devotees. Even he doesn't um, see the fault even in a demon. If he sees fault in the demon, after killing them, why he is giving them liberation?
We look for faults in people, whereas Lord looks, there is a good qualities in everybody.
Yes. So when Lord is always glorifying his devotees, why should we make this mistake of judging who is in the what platform, then how I should kind of, come to them? Of course, there is one little kind of, difference is given, like in terms of identifying Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama. That is not just to judge their level. That is to understand how we should kind of, draw the blessing and mercy from the devotees in different levels. That's it. Nindadi Sunya Hridayamip Sita Sambalabdhya. That is one highest bar Srila Goswami is given. That one whose heart is completely pure, who is completely free from blaspheming mentality, we should seek their association. Don't judge whether he is a very highly elevated soul. A conditioned soul, he may also be like that, By practicing sadhana, he might have come to the platform of not being blasphemous. Then you should take his association. Does it make sense?
Very much, Prabhu. Very much.
Not being judgmental.
I'm trying to still practice it and not judge anybody. Neutral with all, Prabhu.
That is why we are doing this Sangha now. We are doing this class. We are learning here from each other.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Harival. Moksalila Mataji, let us, form this wonderful group, cultivate this Vaishnava mood nicely, learn things properly, and then we can together grow very nicely. We are like one family. Anybody can be sitting in any part of the world, but we cultivate the same Vaishnava mood. That will be so nice. Please bless me, pray for me so that I can also have this mood and I can also behave like that. Conditioned nature, always harasses me. Maksulila Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for the wonderful class as always. So Prabhuji, actually someone asked this question and I want your expertise answer on that, how we should answer. So one of the Prabhu asked question that we hear and we read that knowledge makes us humble, but then we see
knowledge makes us humble.
So, but sometimes we see that even a devotee has a very good knowledge, but they have pride and they are showing that they know so much of thing. So how we can accept that and how we can, understand that.
You see, knowledge makes us humble. And when you see somebody, he is knowledgeable, but he is not humble, how can I accept him? So again, there are two things. One thing is, I see him in a fault-finding spirit, or I see him that, well, he's speaking, but I'm not very much being inspired by his speech. You see, there's a subtle thing here involved. If somebody is actually not humble, is very proud of his knowledge, his so-called delivery of lecture will not be able to touch the heart of the listeners. This is a fact. That means if I am not feeling connected with them or with him upon hearing his lecture, then doesn't matter. I don't have to find fault with him. Okay, that is his business, how he wants to conduct himself. But whatever I can learn from him, amedhyadapi kanchana. This is the niti, upadesh. This is the instruction of Chanakya. Amedhyadapi kanchana. Even from a filthy place, one can secure gold. So even if he might have some, ego issue, or he is very, self-esteem person, but if he is speaking something good, I learn something, I take that part. Why should I bother about what is this? Or if it is not touching to my heart, I don't feel that I have I have any need to come to him to get some benefit from him in my Krishna conscious career. I don't have to go around and speaking to everybody how bad he is. That is my perspective. Maybe somebody else, getting benefit out of his association. It could be possible. So even if in my personal analysis he is not good, I should not go around and advertise amongst other people. Even if somebody is asking me to share my opinion, I should be very, very conservative in speaking about a Vaishnava. This is something to do with the person. Like you see, Krishna, when he is speaking, that somebody who has knowledge, he should not be proud. I should apply this principle to myself first. Whether how much I know and if I am knowledgeable, is it increasing my pride? Or I am kind of, following this principle that I should not become proud. Somebody else is proud, that is my analysis. Maybe he is not proud, I don't know. Some other people might be benefited from his knowledge. One thing perceived by different persons differently. Not necessarily what I am perceiving is the perception of other devotees. That means how can I confirm what I am saying is correct? But what I can do is, I can see how to adjust my life with him without offending him and continue my service. That would be the wisest decision for a devotee, for the Vaishnava. Even if somebody misbehaves, we should behave in such a way that this person does not know that actually he should not feel anything. Why I should feel like somebody misbehaved me in Krishna service? No. Krishna service, there is no question of being ill-treated. No, we should not think like that, I would say. Anyway, this is my understanding.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. This is so much clear. And I have another question. Should I ask?
Your heart is clear, that's why it is clear.
Your answer is so perfect always, Prabhuji. I have another question.
You see, we are here, we are trying to become Vaishnavis, If we don't learn this basic etiquette, this is coming under our culture actually. This is aspect of culture. This is the way of life we're supposed to do. This is nothing so deep philosophy I'm talking. This is way of life. This is our culture. Everybody should learn how to adapt this simple culture. Yes, next question.
Yes. So Prabhuji, again, this question came and someone asked me, actually from Bhakti Bricks, these are all questions coming. and I want your expert answer. So the another question was, we were discussing that how Krishna is the supreme and we are a servant. We are Das and Dasi. We should be in a servant mode. And question was asked that if we think that Krishna is supreme, Krishna is master, then how we can love him? But if I think that Krishna, like how we serve the Laddu Gopal, and we think that Krishna is my child, and then I can love him. So you are saying that we should love Krishna, we should try to, and at the same time you are saying that he's a supreme. So how I can understand that? So can you please?
See, there are two aspects here. One is loving Krishna with reverential mode. Another one is loving Krishna in parental mode. Okay? So in the first case, when we see how great Krishna is, his opulence in this world, how he have been taking care of us, starting from coming out of the mother's womb and getting light, air, all these facilities, including my dresses, my food and everything. So I understand he is such a wonderful personality. And he himself says, Pitahamasya Jagata. He is the father. So in that way, we should first of all learn how great he is. Then when you practice this devotional service unto him, you recognize his position, then you keep on offering him your love, I mean to say in form of worship to him. At that time, what will happen? By Krishna's mercy, your actual loving sentiment will be awakened. Right now, you may be thinking, okay, Laddu Gopal, I see Krishna in form of Laddu Gopal as my son, so nice. So good. Maybe you may be on the level of sentiment. When you say you have your relationship with Krishna in form of Krishna being your son is awakened, you know what will happen? Ahaituki apratihata bhakti. Means there is no happy, not even a single day will go before Laddu Gopal and complain to him. Why did it happen to me? You ask this devotee, have you ever complained to Laddu Gopal? Or if there are some situations where your devotion to him was hindered or not, tell me first. If you say yes, most of the cases answer will come yes, if they are honest. Because when they come to that bhakti of ahaituki apratihata bhakti, that time they don't have this kind of questions. When this question is there, means there is something, okay? So their answer will come, yes, sometimes they complain to him, sometimes their bhakti is hindered. That means you are not actually, your parental rasa is not yet awakened. You try to understand this. Let us understand the truth. Actually, what is happening? We know philosophy and we make a philosophy in our favor. What we want. You cannot say like that, actually. You should not do that. Like you see, a very, very materialistic example, but it makes sense actually. How we cheat ourselves, how we become pretentious. In India government, they give this charity status to some trusts. Okay, means they can collect donations and they don't have to pay tax to the government. Okay. Then these trusty people, they feel, well, we are a charitable organization. Let us build a guest house. And whoever is coming, we will take money from them, but we will show them this is donation, people coming and giving donation. But my dear sir, let me tell you, you are taking donations, you are saying, right? Is it so? People are coming, they are staying in your guest house, you are charging them money, just you are writing in the piece of paper that this is donation. They are not giving donation, they are giving you the room rent for that night they stayed. Why are you cheating? This is cheating. So you have to see what is the purpose behind that particular activity. What is the mood being cultivated there? Another example. Okay. Somebody is teaching for free, and then he's expecting people should give me donation. Okay. What does it mean? When you are teaching for free and you are at the same time expecting donation, you are not actually teaching for free. Why I said this? It's a very, very, very interesting point. You need to understand this. You see, who used to teach this knowledge, giving this Sattvic knowledge for free? In those days, the king used to give all the maintenance to the rishis. They would stay in their ashram. Their ashram was given all the benefits. I mean to say all money, maintenance, whatever is required. The maintenance was supported by the king, so they didn't have to worry about it. And what did they do? They just continue giving free education. But now king is not giving support to you, and you start saying that I am going to give you free education. And in the back of your mind, you are thinking, they should give me some donation. That means you are worried about your maintenance, right? You are worried about your maintenance. Okay, you need some maintenance. Why don't you tell them that I need this much maintenance? Give me. That's it. Charge some money. That is cheating actually. That you are not giving free. You are thinking of money behind. So, you see, this is our way of life. Vaishnava culture. You need to understand what is the mood you are cultivating behind when you are performing some service. Do you think you have come to that platform that you have your Vatsalya Prema is awakened? Laddu Gopal is my son. That is better. For the sake of speaking, you can say so many things. You think we are fool? We'll just believe whatever you say. Just be a servant of Krishna first of all. Try to serve him nicely. Then by his mercy, this love, when that love is awakened, that this question will not arise in you even. That is the status of love of Krishna. That's why these people who are newcomers in the Krishna consciousness organization, they should learn many things. What is the way of Vaishnava life? Does it make sense to you?
Yes, Prabhuji. It makes really sense to me. It's a very nice explanation. I mean, people say that I'm Krishna. I feel like I'm Krishna's mother and father, but like personally, I think, how can I even think like that?
You tell them don't imitate.
Yeah.
This is imitation. I feel like Krishna's father and mother.
Yeah, thank you so much, Prabhuji. It was a very nice explanation. Thank you.
If that is coming naturally, that is good. Somebody is naturally feeling inspired, that's good. But Krishna is supreme personality of God. And in this material world, we should know he is God. See, Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Baihyantarihar duita sadhan mane nija siddha deha kariya bhavan ratri dine kare radha krishna sevan Bahya antar ihar duita sadhan means when one comes to the level of performing spontaneous devotional service unto Krishna, Radha Krishna, if you say, that is the Raga Marga Upasana. He is spontaneously attracted. At that time, there will be two approaches by this devotee. Bahya and Antarabhava. Bahya Bhava means Bahya sadhaka dehe kore Shravana Kirtan. In external feature, externally, he is doing all the activities of a sadhaka through his sadhaka body. Not that, oh, I am mother and father of Krishna. Whenever I want, I can give him offering. Anyway, he is my Lala. Forget about it. What are you thinking? Do you know Shastra? You don't know Shastra. Bahye sadhaka deha kare Shravana Kirtan. When he is in that platform, he is very cautious. He will be more particular about following his sadhana bhakti. That is not anyway lessening his mood. And then, mane nija siddha daya karya bhavan, ratri dina kare Radha Krishna sevan. And then from inside, that he cultivates his mood of serving Radha and Krishna, fitting to his rasa. These are the, explanations. So people need to understand. That's why people need to hear from. They should come to ISKCON. They should associate. They should read Prabhupada's books. Then they will learn all these things. Got it?
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Sudevi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Humble pranam. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for the wonderful explanation. Prabhuji, I've got two doubts. I'm not sure whether it's whether I'm asking some foolish question. Like first one is, when one person is committing some mistake or sin, is his soul carrying that sin, or the subtle body, or chitta? As in Shikshashtaka, Mahaprabhu is saying Chedo Darpana Marjanam. No? So is that the chitta is carrying that sin, or the soul is carrying the sin?
Soul is covered by the subtle body. No? These impressions are carried in the subtle body. And mind here refers to the Antakarana Chatushtaya, even consciousness, mind, chitta, intelligence, and ego. So mostly mind, consciousness, they carry these impressions. Adhisthaya manaschayam vishayanupasevate, Bhagavad Gita. From one body to other body, these conceptions are carried by the subtle senses.
That means the soul remains pure, but it's covered by as it is covered by.
Yes, yeah, correct. That's why we say, he is apahata papma. Eternally, he is pure. This is the quality of the soul. But he is covered by this material ignorance, avidya. And this avidya is making him suffer because he identifies with his avidya.
Okay. And my second question is, at what stage one starts doing like at least Nama Basa or Shuddha Nama, just stopping Abhirada Nama, like starting from Shraddha, what stage does one do Nama Basa or Shuddha Nama?
I have to see that, Pantaji. I can't tell this point at this point in time.
Okay.
Hmm.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Okay, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti